Should you be buying Bitcoin? Should you be buying altcoins? Is this the top? Is it Bitcoin going to go higher? Is it going to crash? Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, Joel with Crypto Code. Friday afternoon here. Hope you guys are doing well. I just want to make a quick video for everybody. I'm making this for a lot of my mastermind members, but I thought I would just pop this out on the YouTube channel for everyone to see, because a lot of the questions people are asking right now is Bitcoin at the top yet? Should I buy Bitcoin? Should I get into altcoins? Where are we at right now in the cycle? And if I want to make money in crypto, how can I do that? And I just want to tell everyone to take a deep breath and realize something. It doesn't matter where we are in the markets, whether the markets are going up or down. You can make a lot of money in crypto, and I'm going to show you how. Now, there's a lot of different ways in crypto that you can make money. What most people think of making money in crypto is you buy some kind of coin and it's going to go up and do 100x in the next couple days. And maybe you've heard people talk about making money in meme coins and Trump coin and Melania coins and all that. Now, I'm going to give you some just sound, honest advice here. Take it from a person who's been in crypto for many, many, many years. If you want to get rich in crypto, it is not by doing Trump coin or Melania coin or in any of these meme coins where you're trying to get into these fast and make $10,000 overnight. Now, that's not to say you can't do that, but most people will lose their shorts when they do that. Believe me, I've lost my shorts trying to do that in the past as well. For every one person who makes $10,000 on a quick meme coin pump, there's 1,000 people that lost money. Normally what will happen is someone will make a bunch of money on a meme coin and then they'll lose it all in the next trade. If you really want to make money in crypto, you need to be methodical about it. You need to think the opposite of everybody else, and you need to learn some basics about trading crypto. So I'm going to give you guys just kind of a basics here, and I'm going to show you two methods that you can use to make money in crypto. You ready? All right. So for those of you that are already in our mastermind program, you're going to go ahead and see this, many of these, and plus more strategies inside the members area. But if you're brand new to crypto and you're looking at this and you're thinking, should I get into crypto? Are we at the top? Should I be buying Bitcoin right now? Let's talk about it. First of all, let's talk about the quick money. Yes, there's quick money that can be made in crypto, and the way to do that is by trading. Now, the problem with trading is most people, they want to just make these massive wins. They want to try to make 100x gains as quick as they can, and they think they can do it in like one day. But let me tell you, one of the best ways to make money in crypto is just taking small little trades, going after these 3-4% wins, and doing that multiple times in a month. I'm going to come back to this chart that you see here on the bottom, and I'm going to talk about, are we at a top for Bitcoin? But let's talk about actually making money in what we call the waves. See these charts right here? This is crypto. These are waves. See, these are waves. This is price going up and price going down. In fact, let me go ahead and put this on. I'm going to bring down a chart and actually bring up a 1 hour chart to show you this a little better here. So you can see crypto is waving up, okay? So crypto goes up and crypto goes down and consolidates, and then it goes back up and then it goes down. And see all these lines right here? This is called support and resistance. If you think of crypto as basically a game of Pong, do you guys remember the game of Pong where it's just going back and forth amongst the lines, back and forth amongst the lines? If you can understand this and visualize this, you can make a lot of money in crypto, because you can make a 4% here. You can short it and make a 4% there. You can make another 4% there. You can make another 8% there. All right, do you understand how this works? And this works on any coin or token. Let's talk about XRP here. Here's XRP. Everyone's XRP's in the news, right? You guys see XRP? XRP goes up and down and up and down and up and then an up, and then down. And so this is wave. Price is always moving in a wave, and our minds and our brains don't think in waves. What we think of is what people normally do is they buy when it's green, when it's pumping. Oh my gosh, XRP is up to $3. Let's buy. This is the time to get in, right? This is the time to get in, right? See, that's what your brain is telling you. But what you need to learn is to make money in crypto, you need to buy on red and sell on green, which is the opposite of how everyone else does it. So I'm going to talk about getting these 4%, these 3%, and then doing it over and over and again. And then we'll talk about kind of like the long term of when you should really be buying larger amounts of crypto and then swing trading that down the road. So buckle up. We're going to talk a little bit about this. First of all, I want to show you guys this in action here. Let me go ahead and bring up the last few days. So we offer a service at the Crypto Code called the Crypto Code Premium Trade Alerts, and we have a 92.11% win rate as of today. And we don't swing for the fences. We go for these, 3%, 4%, 3%, 4% wins. And there's others as well. Here's a 12%, 13%. But they're these smaller incremental wins, but we go for more of them, and they really start to add up. If you really think about it, if you get a 4% win 10 times in a month, what's that? That's 40%. And you're not having to wait for a coin to pump or to dump. We'll talk about that. All right, so let me go ahead and just show you some of the trades that I've closed in just the last few days here. And I'll show you these 3-4% incremental wins. And it might not sound like a whole lot to you, but added up over time, it can be a tremendous amount of money. So these are all about $1,000 in a trade. Here's Ondo that closed this morning, $38, but pay more attention to the percentages. That's a 3.83% win. This is Filecoin, 4.31%. win, that's $41. ICP, that one did what's called a stop loss, where it still kept me in profit, made $7. This is Waves, $38, $9 on Lido. Here's actually a longer trade that I took. This is on HBAR, where I did 112%. This is another one of our trades. We have another part of our service where we do trade calls on longer swing trades. So this was $1,000 that I turned into $1,145 in profit. Here's Tron. This one closed out, and many of these trades close out within a day or a handful of days. Solana, $47, Dogecoin, $38. So these are all, you can see the dates on here that they close. That's the 21st, the 20th, the 20th, the 20th. And there was another one that I closed here, Aave. This was a little bit of a longer trade, made $519. So this is where, if you want to make quick money in crypto, if you say quick money, trading is how you make that. And you can take premium trade alerts, or you can do automated trades through bots. We also teach that as well. So if you learn how to master the waves, if you understand that crypto moves in waves, you can make a lot of money in crypto, or instead of waiting for Bitcoin to hit 100,000, or when's Bitcoin going to hit 120,000, or Dogecoin, when's it going to pump? And if you just kind of learn that the buy on red and sell on green, and that you're playing these through the different levels. This is a token called Polygon. So you can see right in here, there's a 20% win right there, and you could short it. There's a 21% win right there. And some of these altcoins can be, quite a bit more, but even from here, there's a 17% win here. So remember, guys, buy on red, sell on green. Where the money is in crypto is actually learning how to trade crypto, and anyone can actually learn how to do this. Okay, now I want to rewind and talk about when's the best, if we are at the top of the markets, when is the time to get in, and when's the time to get out. Now, this is a special chart indicator that we use called the TCC Market Top Risk Analysis and the Pulse Analysis. Now, we use this in quite a lot of different things, but I want to kind of go back in time. This will actually tell us when the top of Bitcoin is, of what we call a cycle top. So this was back in December 2020 timeframe, and you can see that as we get into these zones here, we have an extreme sell zone, we have a sell zone, and extreme sell zone. You can see as we start to enter in these zones, this is when crypto is going crazy. If anyone was around in January 2021, you can see that crypto was on fire. It was going crazy. All coins and meme coins and everything was going up. And then, boom, we hit about 60, 68, 69,000 right in this area here. And then we had a huge correction, and then we had what's called a double top, and we came up there about 69,000, and then we crashed. But I want you to show you here that as we entered into these heated zones, this is when everyone buys. That's not when you really want to be buying, guys. You want to be buying in these areas, these bluer areas in here, where it's boring, where it's dull, where nobody wants to be into crypto. This is when you do your larger buys and your larger accumulation. Now you may say, well, that's not helping me right now, Joel. And that's fine. We'll talk about that right now. But for the ultimate accumulation, you want to accumulate in these zones. So this is the buy zone, and this is the extreme buy zone. So right in here, extreme buy zone, was we're all right in this area here. Buy, 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 buy. And even right in here, buy, 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 buy. Okay. And now, see where we're at right now. So you want to get into these extreme buy zone areas. And this holds true for all of the history of Bitcoin as well. So you can see if we go back down to the 2015 to 2017 cycle, this one was just amazing. This one was when Bitcoin went up from, like $300, $200, all the way up to $20,000. But you can see, man, this thing caught the top. We were in the more than extreme. This is when you start taking your profits. So I want to show you something, and I really want this really to look at this. Remember when I said earlier you want to buy on red and sell on green. So you want to buy when it's extreme buy zones, when this is down in the red. I know it's blue down there, but you want to start taking profits when we get into the sell zone. So where are we at right now? Well, with Bitcoin right here, just right here in November, we just barely tapped that first little sell zone. And we actually even tapped the sell zone right here back a year ago in March. And then look, there was some great buying opportunities back here in September. And now we just hit the first sell zone, and now we're actually playing right here. And more likely than not, we're going to go ahead and continue on and hit into these sell zones again over the next few months, and very possibly get in, even tap one of these extreme sell zones. And then that could be it. That could be the top. That could be the top. Or we may play into another time here where we go up to the cycle top, then we do a double top. But I want you to see this. Notice how we hit another buy zone right here. That's the key. If you want to play these swing trades, you want to have a chart like this, like the TCC market top risk analysis and our charts, and you want to be able to watch these and realize that in these zones, you actually should be selling. If you're a real disciplined trader and you want to go into heavy onto crypto, you want to really be buying in these types of areas here. Buying in these types of areas it's kind of risky here. Now you may pick some good ones, and they may run up for a little bit, but just make sure you take those profits. But the best time to buy is to actually wait. And every year has them. Every year has them. You have these accumulation times, and then you have these sell times. Accumulation times and sell times. And this does work on any crypto as well. And I'm going to put this on XRP right now, and this is going to kind of blow your mind right now. So where are we at with XRP? When you get into these extreme sell zones here, these can go on for quite a bit. So if you notice here in XRP, we were in some really nice buy zones. We weren't even in the sell zone, even as far as June of this last summer, and even that would have been some of the really good times to accumulate when we were down to 48 cents, and then boom, we've shot up to these extreme sell zones. Now sometimes these extreme sell zones can continue on for quite a while. Here's another one example. So here's Quant. Quant, I was accumulating a lot of Quant right in here, and then boom, just perfect. I got into these extreme sell zones, boom, and I took a ton of profits right there. Have I taken all my profits? No, not yet, but Quant has been one. It's just worked tremendous. So if I go down the line here, I can show you guys. Now some of these coins or tokens are a little bit newer, and you'll see here, if I look at Caspa right now, I can see Caspa is actually still in these blue zones. We were just in the buy zones here in December. Will it go up? No, that's the other thing, is not all tokens and coins will go up. So this chart works better if there's a lot more data on here. But here's a token named Brett. Brett is pretty popular crypto. We're actually in the buy zones. I'm not telling you to buy right now because you don't know. Some of these may never actually ever really go up, and that's the important thing, is it has to have a lot of momentum behind it. But here's an example here of Ondo Finance. Ondo Finance, great time to accumulate, was last summer in here. and then boom, we hit these extreme zones right here in December. This is when you start taking your profits. Taking your profits on the way up. Buy when it's red, buy when it's red, well, in this case, buy when it's blue, and then sell when it's green. Sell, well, when the candles are going up, green, okay? But selling in here in these extreme sell zones, you're really, you want to get out of the markets here. But then, doesn't mean that that doesn't mean that it's the top for Ondo. More likely than not, we're going to have some other cycles as well. So let's go look at injective protocol. So injective protocol, if I look at the history of injective protocol, it was the same thing. Back here accumulating of September 23. Boom, boom, wow, extreme. You should be selling, not buying right here. And yeah, it still continued on, and you can do that. But this is the time you definitely want to be taking out your profits. And then look at this, accumulation, all through May, September of last year. And then boom, we've started to hit that. And we did hit that sell zone that would have been wise to take some of your profits out. And then we've dropped back down, and we're getting kind of down. We're about ready to hit a buy zone as well, and maybe we'll go back down again. You guys, I'll do a couple more here so you guys can see this. So Aptos is another crypto that's very promising, and look at this, we're kind of approaching maybe kind of a buy zone area, and it had a nice big swing up here back last year. And so this is the thing about crypto, they don't all run at the same time, and that's a really important thing to understand. Okay, let's go look at ICP here. And if you guys want to see more videos like this where I go over different altcoins with this chart, and if you want to learn how to get this chart, make sure you go to the descriptions that you see, register for our workshop, and you can learn how to get these kind of charts, how you can get our trade alerts, and how we make money in crypto. So ICP is another perfect example of something that gets really hot. So nice accumulation time in June of 2023, and then boom, that thing just started going to town. Huge gains in here. Like I said, sometimes the momentum gets so strong that the price will continue to go up. So you sell half of it and let the other ride, and just continue to sell and take profits at these sell signals here. Sell means to take profit, doesn't necessarily mean to get out of your whole position. And then you get into these areas, you start accumulating again, and now we're in these positions where we hit another sell zone here. Probably smart to take a little bit of profit, but most likely we're going to follow Bitcoin and we'll continue up. That's ICP. Let's go look at a meme coin. Here's Pepe. All right, Pepe. All right, so Pepe had just a phenomenal run a year ago, last March. Got into these extreme zones. Here's the accumulation zone, shot right up. It continued on up here. We're in this hot zones, taking your profits, and then look at this, drop back down. Accumulation back in August, September, had a nice huge run here back in November, and then here we are right now. Are we going to go back down to these buy zones? What do you guys think? If you were to look at the charts of these, do you think we're going to go back into a buy zone? I think so. I think we're going to hit this buy zone on Pepe. I think it's got a little bit more to go down. So same thing with Kava. Kava, nice place to accumulate in here. Boom, we've got into these nice gains in these sell zones. Let me show you kind of what a percentage of that is. If I were to adhere to these buy zones, that's a 201% gain right there on Kava. If you guys think a tool like this would be valuable to you, make sure you hit the like button, go register for our workshop, and check out what we do here at the Crypto Code. Okay, so that's just one thing I wanted to show you guys for like maybe your longer term hold. Now the thing is, where are we at with Bitcoin right now? Well, we've just barely tapped that first sell zone on Bitcoin. So more likely than not, we are ready to hit. We're going to get into, most likely, into these areas here at some point this year. This is probably going to be the year. Whether it's going to be like in the next 30 to 60 days, buckle up. Will we have another one later this year? It's possible. It's possible, but not always probable. So we're in there right now. We're in the time where a lot of people are already taking profits. So if you're getting into crypto now, just remember this chart. Okay, you got to choose if you're going to go after short profits, like I talked about, like our premium trade alerts, or if you want to look for coins or tokens right now that could have the potential where they're in their buy zones and they may possibly have a run up. If you guys found this video valuable today, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, go down to all of our links. You can get into our free Facebook group and go watch our workshop as well. We give out $10 in Bitcoin to everyone who attends it and takes a short quiz at the end. Guys, this is Joel at the Crypto Code. I hope you guys are having a great day. As always, take massive action in your life, anything you do. We'll see you in another video, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching the Crypto Code. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more crypto insights. Let me know your thoughts on today's video in the comments below. You can also check out what we do here at the Crypto Code by registering for one of our free workshops where we show you how we and our students profit in crypto, no matter if the markets are up or down. Attend our free workshop, take a short quiz at the end, and we will send you $10 in Bitcoin. No purchase needed. We have already given away hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of Bitcoin just this year alone. Just look for the link in the description of this video to register for the workshop. It will be worth your time. Our public trade record currently has a 90% win rate, and you can view it here. Best of luck with your investments, and remember to stay informed and stay safe in the crypto world. See you next time.